Hello. Hello. If you guys have never seen me before, I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com. I make coins into rings, and today we're going to be working on a 1964 Kennedy half dollar. This one's going to be kind of interesting because we're going to do the tail side out instead of the head side out. So the date's going to actually be on the inside of the ring. There's a lot of really nice detail on the back of this coin. So it's going to come out really cool. It's going to have this ring of stars around it. Well, that's the coin we're going to be working on today. And first thing we got to do is punch a hole in it. If you guys have any questions while I work, feel free to put them in the chat. And if you want to check out the website, it's coinringmaker.com. If you'd like me to pin it, I can do it again. You got a pin down here. First thing we got to do is punch a hole in it. So let's get that going. Website's down here. Y'all make sure to check that out. Give that a tap. Thank you. All right, we're gonna hammer it on through. Let's go. Oh yeah, tap the screen. Currently got 0 likes on this live, which is pretty wild. See if we can knock that up to an easy 1,000. I bet y'all can. That's 2 taps per person. Tap a tap, tap, tap. All right, I'm gonna clean up that inside edge in there real quick with our deburring tool. Almost there. Got 800, 900, 1,000. Hell yeah. All right, now hit the follow button. Everybody, let's go. Woo! All right, now we got that nice and smoothed out. Hit it with a little bit of steel wool. I'm gonna anneal this. It's a process where we heat it up with a bit of fire. It's gonna help soften the metal, make it a little easier to fold and shape into a ring. Let me go get my torch. So one thing I try to do with this channel and my other social medias is try to be as honest about my experience as I can be. And it looks like I punched too big of a hole. This is a 5/8 inch punch. Usually I do a 1/2 inch. You can see here, this is the normal band thickness, and we've lost probably 2 or 3 millimeters of band thickness using that wrong punch. I've never done a 64 half dollar this size before, so I'm going to go ahead and finish it out just to see how it looks, but I will need to remake this ring. Whoops. So I get a little quiet when I make mistakes. So I'm just thinking about how I screwed up. But if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask or give me something to talk about. If you guys want to check out what my finished work looks like or some other coin ring resources, tap this link down here. Lots of good stuff on there. All right, let's get this folded. TikTok says I should ask y'all to share the live. So if there's anybody out there you think might be interested in what I'm doing here, share it with them, I suppose. If you're so inclined. Thanks, Steve. Thanks just for fun. Alright, 3,300 likes on this live. That's pretty damn good. If anybody has any questions, let me know. If you're interested in getting a coin ring, but you're not sure if I have the date you're looking for, put it in the comments and I'll let you know what I have available. Lots of options at coinringmaker.com. Do I work with aluminum? Not really. It's just super soft. 1997, I have quarters and half dollars for 1997. Available in copper clad or proof 90% silver. I think the 90% silver 1997 half dollar is like, it's just a really, really pretty ring. So that's what I would recommend. 1957, I have 90% silver quarters and 90% silver Franklin half dollars. The 90% silver quarters are 100, and the half dollars are 150. And if you guys want to go to the website, the link is down here. For 1968, unfortunately, there aren't silver quarters available in that year, but there are 40% silver half dollars. That's probably the best option. 1956, I have Franklin 90% silver half dollars and 90% silver quarters. 68 again is just going to be copper clad quarters and 40% silver half dollars. Those are Kennedy half dollars. 1977 is just going to be copper clad quarters or half dollars. I don't have anything in silver from 1977. This has gotten stuck on here, so I'm going to have to just fold it more so it'll work off. I can't hammer it off. What's going on is I'm making a 1964 90% silver half dollar. See, it's half dollar on there, into a ring. 1961, I've got Franklin half dollars and Washington quarters. Those are both 90% silver. So 61's a good year. How do the 40% silver halves turn out as a ring? Well, they're still like 60% copper. So there is a bit of like green finger discoloration, but it's not as intense as it would be if it was like a copper clad coin. It's a bit in between. If you're really worried about green finger, I would recommend something 90% silver or fine silver. 65 is going to be 40% silver half dollar or a copper clad quarter. 1964 is the last year they did 90% silver quarters and half dollars. So for 1958, I can do a Franklin half dollar, which is 90% silver, or a Washington quarter, which is also 90% silver. 1948, I believe, is a Walking Liberty half dollar or a Washington quarter, and those are both 90% silver. Stop green finger by putting clear fingernail polish. That's what I do recommend, is applying clear fingernail polish to the copper clad. Can I do a $20 gold Morgan? I've never seen a gold Morgan. I've done a gold eagle. Thank you very much, Landon. I stop at 1940. Anything earlier than that is usually so old and worn out, it just doesn't make a very good ring. Or if it does have really good detail, it's pretty expensive. It's basically like a graded coin. So I don't do a whole lot of stuff from the 30s. But I do have stuff a little older than that in my dollars, my piece dollars and Morgan dollars. Some of those go back to like the 1800s. They're all at least 100 years old, the Morgan and piece dollars. But yeah, 1930s, I just kind of skip out right now. Basically everyone I've ever made. The customer's upset because the details aren't super crisp, and it's not really my fault. Like they're really old coins, so they're gonna be worn down. They're not gonna be like brand new. proof coins. So I don't know. I got enough complaints on the 1930s where I just stopped doing them. But again, if y'all want to snoop around, you can tap this link down here and then go to the shop. And I mean, there's tons to choose from there. Coming along nicely. See what size we're at. About a 13. We can start reducing, making it a little smaller. Get some blue monster tape here. And again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you're just joining in here, I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com. And today we're making a 1964 90% silver Kennedy half dollar into a coin ring. Thanks for watching. Almost at 5K likes, y'all. Tap the screen a couple times if you're enjoying this live. Let's go. I want to make sure I use the right one. All the way to the bottom there. See, it's gotten a little smaller. What I'm going to do is flip it over and match it with the other side now. Flip it upside down. Yeah. Sometimes they like to get a little stuck in here. Gotta give them a little love tap. A little love tap. Ooh. Y'all want to see what it looks like? I think I'm going to push it down one more time on this side. Little love tab. Coinringmaker.com. If you're looking to have a coin made into a ring for you, visit coinringmaker.com. If you want to go to the website right now, you can tap the little gold chain down here at the bottom of the screen. Do y'all see that? If you see it, type yes in the comments. It disappears so fast. Just like that, it's gone. We got one, yes, yes, yes. Very nice. I had somebody yesterday say they couldn't see it, so just checking. That looks pretty sharp. And next step is going to be to clean up this little lip on the inside right here. You can see there's 1964. In God we trust. Barely clipped. If you haven't yet and you want to, hit the follow button. And let's see if we can get to 5,000 likes before I finish to burn the inside of this. See, I'll tap that screen a couple times for me. Let's do it. Let's go. That's easily 1 like per person. I think y'all can handle it. Thank you very much. And we hit 5K just like that. Thank you guys very much. My hip is getting tired early today. And I don't want to stand up anymore. I want to sit down. But we got to finish the ring. So we're going to work through it, guys. We're going to work through this together. It's going to be okay. Do you have any samples of 40%? Yep. I recently made one. It's a 1968. So you can see a light tinge of copper on the inside. Compared to this one is purely copper clad. So it's a little lighter. It's hard to catch on camera. But yeah, that's a 40%. What's the end goal? To make a ring out of a coin. Why am I using a reaming tool? There's you can see on the outside of this coin, there's a bit of a raised bit of metal on the edge of coins. That happens on the inside too, and it's a little uncomfortable and kind of throws off the sizing. So I've got it removed on this one. That's just it's gonna make the ring a bit more comfortable. There's still a little bit of it on here I need to cut off. Thank you very much. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. So you guys, like, you know how, like, at the end of, like, plays, when the audience throws a bunch of roses on the stage, just like that kind of ridiculous thing, like, who has roses at a play, but, you know, whatever, and they, like, just shower the stage with roses. Would y'all mind doing that right now? Just like a rose each, just throw it up. That'd be cool to just see a bunch of roses pop up. I don't usually get or ask for gifts here on TikTok, but I figure a rose costs what? I don't know, a nickel? It'd be cool just to see a bunch of them. Make me feel like a real TikTok star with just random roses popping up. That'd be pretty cool. Thank you. Thank Risby. Shane dropping the roses. I appreciate it. Handyman Hank being a good dude. Thank you guys. Thank you. What's my name? I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com. Alright, so we got that all cleaned up. I'll smooth it out a little bit with some steel wool. And then we'll polish this sucker up, make it nice and shiny. Yeah, I found that going slower helps a lot with the reduction of chattering. It also helps that this is like a reasonably decent tool. I've tried a bunch of different deburring tools. Noga, by far, has the best blade and handle combo. So if you're looking for a good deburring blade, Noga's the way to go. I've tried about 10 different kinds of these things, so I use them all the time. So my rings range from $25 up to $300, depending on the type of metal the coin's made out of and how big it is. So what we're working on right here, this is a 1964 Kennedy half dollar. It's 90% silver coin. These are 150. And my 90% silver quarters are 100. I've got those for all 50 states, as well as a decent range of years from like 1964 down to 1940 and 1992 up to 2018. Did you guys know in 2019, the U.S. Mint started making silver-proof coins fine silver instead of 90% silver? It's a very strange things to change. What do I use to clean silver? So if it's just like daily tarnish, I use these. These are connoisseur jewelry wipes. It comes with like 30. They're disposable. Takes about 30 seconds to a minute just to polish up the ring itself. If it's really dirty or I've been working on it, I start with Mother's Mag aluminum polish, and that's what I'm going to be using next on this ring. And then after we use this, I'll go to this to get a nice mirror finish. But this is the best polish I found. So we'll take a really good look. You can see it's got a little bit of a yellow tinge to it. Like, it doesn't look too bad, but we're going to get this really nice and shiny. Size 13 and 14, I can do both of those in half dollars, for sure. So the max size for quarters is 12, but I can do half dollars in 13 and 14. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. I'm just going to get a little dollop of this on microfiber cloth and completely coat this thing inside and out. How long have I been making rings? Almost 4 years. Like, it's really kind of flown by. Every time somebody asks me that, it's like a year has been added to the answer. I need to pin up the date I actually started somewhere so I can just do the math. But yeah, about 4 years. And if you guys want to be super cool, you can go to my TikTok profile and tap the YouTube button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I I'd really like to break 10,000 subscribers this year. It's my goal for YouTube. I can get there with your help. All you got to do is tap my profile, tap the YouTube icon, hit subscribe, and it's just that easy. You got a lot more like long form coin ring making content on YouTube. The stuff I put on the towel is called Mother's Mag and Aluminum Polish. I usually pick this up in like the automotive cleaning section of Walmart. It works pretty good. You can take a screenshot if you'd like. And if anybody wants to check out the website, I can pin it down here. As we finish polishing this up, you can go look around. Come back, let me know what you think. Would it work for sterling chain? Probably. I mean, it's worked on pretty much any metal I've used. The key is to use a really nice soft microfiber cloth with it. I started using it with like paper towels, and then I got like some half-assed like disposable microfiber cloths, and then I got these, and they work so much better. Like, and I'm not putting in a ton of elbow grease to get it to shine up. Like, the product does a lot of the work for you. Pretty much you just got to put it on there and then rub it off. It works pretty good. Thank you very much for subbing. Big City Michael, you're the man. Everybody else do what Big City Michael did, because that's freaking cool. It's hard to grow on YouTube, guys. I need your help. Where can you get the ring holder that I use while deburring? I got that. Just one second. I'll show you his logo. Thanks for the heart. So I got that from Moneymaker Coin Crafting on Etsy. If you want to take a screenshot of that. I'm not sure what the tool is called, but if you type Moneymaker Coin Crafting in on Etsy, you should come to his shop and find it there. It's pretty handy. I'll leave this here for a second. That's the second one I bought, so it's a tool I do recommend. It's much easier on the hands than just holding it. Again, check out the website, guys. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat. Thanks for watching. If you haven't hit the follow button yet and you'd like to, now's a good time to do it. And let's see if we can get to 7,000 likes. Tap that screen. Let's go. Tappy, tappy, tappy. You got nothing else to do. You're just sitting here watching me rub this on a rag. Might as well tap your phone screen while you're at it. Make me feel good. And give your hand something to do. Let's go. Oh, you also subscribe to my YouTube. Thank you very much. How much would that ring cost now? This is a 1964 Kennedy $50 coin ring. It's 90% silver. And these are $150 at coinringmaker.com. I'll take a screenshot of that. Save it for later. Share it with a friend. Be like, hey, go to this cool website. I saw this guy on TikTok. He was making jokes and also making coins into rings. His website's super easy to remember. It's coinringmaker.com. It's literally what he does. Yeah. So we got that. Looking pretty good. You can see it's got a decent shine to it. It's throwing light a little bit, but I like to take it up even one more notch. That's where these come in. This is how I get kind of a mirror finish. This really takes the polish to the next level. But these jewelry polishing cloths by themselves won't do it. It's like the combo of the two. And you get this really nice shine. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. So usually I do my finger test. Oh yeah, you can see them. Okay, this is how I test to see if I have a mirror reflection. So if I can see my fingers in the ring, you'll see that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. There's a lot of detail on this band. Not a lot of like negative space to check for that finger test, but yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. We'll polish it some more just for kicks, because shiny stuff is cool. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make another one of these. If y'all want to hang out and watch from the beginning. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I think this came out pretty cool. Do I use Protected Clear on my rings? I don't apply anything to my rings at all. They come basically in their raw coin ring form. I do recommend the customers who get 90%, or not 90, copper clad, apply clear fingernail polish, but I really leave that in the hands of the customer, because I don't know how they would prefer it, so I just leave it be. That looks nice. Very nice. Probably a little too big for me. Alright, let's make another one. I have tried Protected Clear a couple times. I don't know, just, yeah, they're for sale. You can go to coinringmaker.com and then tap the shop button. If you want to go directly there, you can tap this link right here, or go to the link on my TikTok profile. It's like, I don't like how Protected Clear feels. Thanks, man. It's uncomfortable. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, no problem. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. If there's a specific type of coin ring you're interested in, but you have a question, I'd be happy to help you. So we gotta pick another one of these to bust up. Which one should we use? That one's kind of calling to me. That should work. Alright. First thing we gotta do, pop a hole in it. Any 1996 coins? Yes, I have 1996 quarters and half dollars in copper clad or 90% silver. So there's a lot of options for that year. There's like 4 different options you could get. But I do think the 1996 90% silver looks great. It's a proof coin. I used to have one chilling up here. But yeah, if you go on the website, they're super pretty. Like, the detail on them is awesome. That's what I would recommend. The quarters also look really good because they're uncirculated. The proof 90% silver ones. So they basically have perfect detail. Thank you very much. Do I have 1965 half dollars? I do. They are 40% silver. So they may give you a little bit of green finger from time to time. And you can apply clear fingernail polish on the inside of the ring to help reduce that. But it's just kind of something copper does. It's not going to hurt you any. Here's our little center punch. If anybody else is wondering about a specific year for a coin ring, I can tell you what I have available. Just throw the year in the chat and I'll let you know. $1958. I've got those in Washington quarters, which are 90% silver for $100, or Franklin half dollars, which are 90% silver and $100. And I can make those like size 6 to size 14. Pretty decent range. If you need something smaller, I can do the quarters down to size 4 and up to size 12. Any dollars? Not in that year. Most of my dollars are at least 100 years old. So like from 1923 and earlier. Yeah, like I said, I can get the half dollars up to size 14. I wish I had more options. I do have 1 ounce silver rounds. I can get pretty big, but they don't really have specific dates on them. But there are a lot of designs to choose from. So you may find something within their interests. If you go to coinringmaker.com and then 1 ounce fine silver rounds, you may find something they like there that would fit somebody with large hands. And I mean, the dollars are cool. I know you're looking for a specific year, but like the Morgan and Peace dollars are really pretty cool rings. And I can get those up to size 16. Looking good. Clean it up a little bit. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Thanks for stopping by and watching me work today. Trying to get to 7,000 likes at the moment. We're about 200 away. So if you feel so inclined, give the screen a couple tippy taps, and I think we can get there. Thanks for following, Scott. like a nice and smooth. Now we're going to go ahead and anneal it. Watch this. Tss. Nice. Thanks for following, Chris. If you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button. Let's go. Why not? Dang, we almost got 8,000 likes. Y'all are crushing it. It's got really nice purple right here. It's hard to pick up on the camera. The tone's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a little purple there too. Cool. I'm gonna hop over to my 1-ton auto press and start folding this sucker. Hello 19, hit that follow button. Thank you very much. Bob Jr. also hit the follow button. Thank you. Pretty decent first fold. Fold this just a little bit and then re-anneal it about halfway down this push. It starts work hardening right about there. So we'll re-anneal it, soften it back up again. These Kennedy half dollars can be really tricky if I don't pay attention, follow all my steps. We can end up with a split ring like that. And that's definitely something we're trying to avoid. You want to see another one? There's another one. And there's another one. So these are not the easiest to make and pretty easy to mess up. So we're going to take our time, follow our steps, not break this thing. 8,300 likes. Let's go. Hell yeah. If y'all have any questions, let me know. Put it in the chat. If you're enjoying the live, tap the screen, hit the follow button. Woo! So one of the main reasons these fail is to shape them. You have to put a lot of pressure on this edge that we punched a hole through. And if we don't keep that nice and smooth, as you apply pressure to it, it snaps like the ones I showed you a second ago. So we're going to take a little bit of steel wool. How do you get one? You can tap this link down here or the website link on my TikTok profile and just type 1964 into the search bar and these should come up. If you're looking for a different year, I do have lots of year options. But this is the last year they made 90% silver, half dollars for circulation. So it's, it's kind of a special coin historically. Now we can go fold it a bit more. Thank you very much. And we ain't screwed it up yet. That doesn't mean I'm not going to. Just gonna check it, make sure nothing weird's happening. This is not really a step you want to rush. I've seen other ring makers just hammer down on this. That also tends to lead to snapped rings. So we'll go nice and slow with it. No, you're good, man. Thanks for hitting the follow button, guys. If you want to check out the website, my shop's on here. There's a bunch of information about getting started making coin rings on there as well. Coinringmaker.com. Whoa. Also, if you're so inclined, go to my TikTok profile, tap the YouTube button, and subscribe. I can always use more YouTube subscribers. You guys are people, probably have YouTube. You're the perfect fit, and I'm going to now recruit you to my YouTube channel. Go to my profile and subscribe. The channel's name is Coin Ring Maker. If you're watching this on YouTube as a replay, subscribe to my channel right now. That should cover it. Mostly do YouTube. I'm mostly on TikTok because I get a bit more reach here, but I like YouTube because I can do longer form content. It seems like TikTok has a bit of a shorter attention span than YouTube. I can really drag stuff out on YouTube and people will pay attention. Still pay attention. All right. This is the moment of truth when we start stretching. Go ahead and buff it up a little more. Dang, we're almost at 10,000 likes. 300 away. Y'all tap the screen. Get me there. Let's do it. Well, y'all do it. I'm not gonna do it, but y'all can do it. How much do I have invested in equipment? About $4,000. But I've really gone in like head first into coin ring making. I do not recommend spending $4,000 on coin ring making tools, but I've been able to build an entire business around this. I have my own LLC. Like, it makes sense for me, but I'm pretty frugal too. Most of my tools are like secondhand. So this right here, this is a Pepe tool stretcher. Off the rack, this is going to be $600, maybe $700. Got it secondhand from a guy who barely used it. Paid about half as much. So that's what I try to do. Also, this Jason's Work Auto Punch, usually about $550. Got it from a guy who barely used it for about half that. Do I buy pieces all the time? Yeah. Well, not all used equipment is good, but if you're lucky enough to find the guy who had the money to buy the tools but didn't have the time to do it, that's a good opportunity for me, and I try to take advantage of it. Like, I hate to see somebody quit making coin rings, but it sure does make it easier for me because I get their tools cheap. That's been my strategy. Just pick off the weaklings. How much is a ring in general? The most popular coin ring I sell is 90% silver quarters. Those are $100. I also do copper clad quarters for $25. But there's a pretty wide range of different coins I work on. So if you guys want to check those out, and tap that, go to the shop, and poke around. But yeah, quarters are the most common. So now we're going to shape this and make it a little smaller using reduction dies. And we're just going to push it down in there. Yeah, it's getting nice and small. Throw a little more tape on it. So this is Blue Monster tape. For anyone who's curious, it's PTFE tape. And it just helps protect the coin detail through these reduction dies. Kind of puts a little barrier between the ring and the die itself. So you don't have a lot of metal on metal contact. Let me see if I can find one that's a little smaller. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, if y'all want to check out the website, the link's down here. You can learn about the legalities of making coin rings. There's a recommended tool list on there as well. There's my shop. Lots of interesting, cool, fun coin ring information and resources at coinringmaker.com. So we're just slowly reducing and shaping this, pushing it all the way to the bottom, flipping it over a couple times so we get a nice shape. Let's take a look at her. Thanks for the rose. B. Ryan, thanks for hitting the follow button. Joe's Cockles, thanks for hitting the follow button. If you haven't hit it yet, hit that follow button. Let's go. Got a little teddy bear. That's sweet. Thank you. I do like this tape a lot. It's very good for what I use it for, but sometimes it doesn't want to come off as easy as I'd like it to. There we go. See what size we're at. About 10.5. Got a bit of a funny shape to it. I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit. Can y'all see it? Usually I like my bands to be nice and straight. This has got a bit of, it looks like a dip. That's not what we want. Ooh. Cornermaker.com. Links down there. Yeah. Yep, that's why I only use US currency. Good looking out though. I'm gonna go ahead and anneal it. It's been a second. How much to have you make a ring from a 1983 quarter size 13? So my max size for quarters is 12. If I go any larger than that, the details on the ring get just stretched out in like a weird way, and it's not very pretty. What I would recommend is a 1983 half dollar. I believe those are 80. But I think that would fit and look better. Unfortunately, those are copper clad. They don't have any 90% silver from 1983. So this is a 1964 half dollar. These are 90% silver. These are 150. But you can see all my prices by going to coinringmaker.com and tapping the shop. My prices range from $25 up to $300, depending on the coin used. Thanks for the TikTok, schoolboy. Alright, so we're going to try and reduce this down again. Reduce her down again. And hopefully we'll get a better shape this time. What I would recommend, if you can swing it, is just visit like a jewelry store. Just pop into a jewelry store and have them size you real quick. If you are like a 12, then like no problem, we can work from there. If you do end up being a size 13, you'd still like to get one, I can make you one. Just like leave a note on your order that you want a size 13, like with the understanding that it's just not going to be as like crisp and sharp as the usual quarter coin ring. Does that make sense? Like there's just limits to how much you can stretch metal before you get like distortions in it. But like I can make the ring, it's just not going to be up to like my usual standards. But I want to make you happy, so like if that's something you want to do when you place an order, just make sure to leave a note for me. And I'll get that worked out for you. Let's like take a look at it. Kind of cool how the details come through on the tape. It's looking a little better. It's not bad. We're gonna remove this inside lip. There's a bit of raised metal on the inside rim right here. We're gonna cut that away. We're gonna cut it. While I do that, y'all make sure to visit the website. Link's down here for about 5 seconds. Tap on that, poke around, come back here, tell me what you think. I can always use honest feedback of my website. So go check it out. Wow, this one is cutting like butter. There's barely any chatter. That's nice. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, let me know. Put them in the chat. I like questions. So if you've got one, send it my way. how do you figure out your ring size? What I recommend is visiting a jewelry store. They're going to have the most experience sizing people. And just go in there, ask them, say I need my ring sized. And usually it's free. Should take about 5 minutes. And you can work from there. If that's not an option for you, you can also get one of these relatively cheaply on Amazon or like hobby stores, like Hobby Lobby, stuff like that. They're just ring sizers. If you're like in the middle of nowhere, that's a good option. First time watching, what are we doing? We are making a 1964 Kennedy half dollar into a ring. This one is tail side out. The hardest one I've done, the hardest coin that I work on is a mercury dime. They're just so small and so thin, it's very difficult to manipulate them without the band breaking or kind of developing a weird wobble. Like it's a very sensitive coin. Like you have to be very delicate with it. Thanks for sharing the live, Benny. And hitting the follow button. What an all-star. Y'all should be like Benny. And, oh, Benny didn't hit it. Cal did. Thanks for hitting the follow button, Cal. I can read real good, I promise. Doming block and press method, pretty much. I use quite a few different dies. I also use ring stretcher. But yeah, I start with a doming block. Friendly neighbor, what a cool name. Thanks for following. Cornbread crumble, what a cool name. Thanks for the follow. Staring at your silver $1 million. Hey man, I can work on those. They look good. They make good looking rings. I ain't gonna lie. $10,500 likes on this live. Thank you guys very much. We got about 550 people in here. If all of y'all tap the screen one time, we could easily get to 11,000 likes in about half a second. See if we can do it. I have faith in you. A little TikTok viewership challenge that is not incredibly labor intensive. I think you can do it. So we just send the coin we want. I prefer to work on coins I have in stock because sometimes I fail while I'm working on a coin, and I'd rather not do something like this to a customer's coin. If they understand that this is a possibility before we start working, that's fine, but it's a lot easier if I have backups. So I have a lot to choose from on my website, which you can find down here. If you're looking for something specific, you're having trouble seeing if I have it or not, throw it in the comments. If you're looking for a specific year or specific state, specific type of coin, I'd be happy to help you. But it's a lot easier for me to work on coins I already have, because I have backups in case something like this happens. But I have done some custom work. I really like to brief the customer beforehand that that's a possibility. Ironically enough, I've never had that happen to a custom order, but I just want everybody to be aware that it's a possibility. Some coins just don't want to become rings, unfortunately. And while I may make this look easy, everybody makes mistakes. I'm not 100% all the time, I'll admit that. So it's nice to have a backup plan. For example, I accidentally punched this one with too big of a punch earlier, and had to remake the ring because the band is too thin. And that's not what they paid for. They paid for this one. So I got myself a free ring today because I'm an idiot. This one came out really nice. Let's see how close to 11 we are. Pretty damn close. And I also film pretty much every coin ring order I get live on TikTok, and then I repost these videos on YouTube. So if you do order a coin ring from me, you'll be able to go to my YouTube channel and like show people the whole process of how your ring was made, which is pretty cool. I do work on gold. I currently only have one 1/4 ounce gold eagle in stock, just because everybody's different and everybody has different taste. It's not too smart to stock up on a bunch of gold if you don't know if you're going to sell it or not. So I usually wait for a customer to reach out. So they usually have like very specific coins they want me to work on. So if you're interested in getting a gold coin ring, the best option would be go to my YouTube profile and or not YouTube, TikTok profile, and then tap the get quote button and just reach out to me there, and we can move forward that way. They are easier to work on, I'm sure. Well, I don't know, I sweat every time I work on one. They're expensive to inventory. I don't know, I really like 90% silver. I've become pretty comfortable working at 90% silver. Fine silver isn't too bad. Slowly getting that to size here. Almost done with this one. I bet I can get a better view of what I'm doing for you. So typically at this point, I have to go kind of back and forth from the ring stretcher to the reduction die to get just right. You do a great job from what I've seen. I'll check, and sounds good. Yeah, I try my best. Perfect. Right at 11. So now I get to do my favorite part. Make it shiny. We're going to start with some Mother's Mag and aluminum polish. Get a decent dollop. How many coins does a Jolly Roger come with? Just one. Yeah, those are surprisingly difficult to make correctly. So yeah, you get one. What's the largest size I can make? It's different from coin to coin. So for quarters, I can get them up to size 12. Half dollars, I can get up to size 14. Morgan and Peace dollars and commemorative dollars, I can get up to 16. And 1 ounce silver rounds, I can get up to 18. Sounds good. Well, coinringmaker.com or buycoinrings.com. That'll take you directly to the store. If anybody wants to check out the website, I'll link it down here. You can just tap that little gold chain, give it a try. I'll put a little more polish on this. Ooh. If you haven't yet, and you'd like to, make sure to hit that follow button. Size 17, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a stretch. That's going to have to be a 1 ounce silver round. I do have a lot of design options for those. There's probably about 20 different rounds to pick from. And you can find those at buycoinring.com. Yeah, a Silver Eagle is one of those 1 ounce silver round options. And I've got a decent year range available for Silver Eagles. Not every year, but there's a few to pick from. Got 12,600 likes on this live. Pretty decent. Thanks for hitting the follow button, guys. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. And we're almost done with this one, so don't hold your tongue. If you've got something you want to know, something you're curious about, throw it in there. What do I use as a polish? This is called Mother's Mag and Aluminum Polish. This gets most everything off of the coin rings, and then I follow it up with these connoisseur kind of disposable jewelry wipes, and that brings on kind of a mirror finish. Those two working together, tag team polishing crew right there. They do good work. See how nice and shiny it's getting? It's my favorite part. It is quite satisfying. So pretty. That's a good looking ring, guys. Very nice. Well, thank you guys for stopping by and watching me work today. I sure do appreciate you giving me a bit of your attention and time. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit the follow button so you can catch me next time I go live and make a coin into a ring. If you're interested in getting a coin ring for yourself or someone you like, coinringmaker.com is the place to go. Since you guys stuck it out to the end, I'm going to give you guys a coupon code that will work forever. All right. So all you got to do is take a little screenshot of this card right here. See where it says 10% off coupon code, then the word welcome. This coupon code has been active for years and will remain active until I go out of business. So if you ever get a wild hair up your butt and want to get a coin ring, save this screenshot that you're about to take, because you'll have a 10% off coupon code site-wide. Anything you ever get, it's a pretty good deal. Just take a screenshot, save that for later, maybe use it today. That'd be just fine with me. If anybody has any questions before I head out, now's the time to ask them. Make sure to snap that coupon code and save it for later. And I hope the rest of your day is freaking awesome. We try to stay chill up in here. That's right. Sounds good. I like your username, Buzzing Hard. How much are the rings? They range from 25 to 300. It really depends on the coin. So I try to make rings so it's available for pretty much anyone's budget. If you go to my shop website, which is buycoinrings.com, there's a new filtered search feature right at the top of the screen. You can filter search for specific years, specific states, price ranges, ring sizes. There's lots of options to help you kind of narrow down what coin ring you're looking for. I haven't brought much attention to that, but it does work very well. And that's just right up at the top of the shop website to help narrow down. Because there's lots of options, I understand. So if you're looking for like a specific year, that's a good way to kind of eliminate anything that isn't what you're looking for. Yeah, you can't fraudulently alter currency or counterfeit it, but you can make, at least in the US, you can make coins into jewelry. What would be against the law is taking like a penny and making it look like a dime and trying to spend it, that kind of activity. But making coins to the point where they're not spendable anymore and where they're actually like an entirely different product is not against the law. Something else you can't do is like, I can't stamp my logo on coins and put them back in circulation. Like that's a big no-no. But I can totally make rings out of them. I've been doing it for a few years now, going on about 4 years. So I've gotten pretty good at it. I know it's not the usual type of jewelry most people see, but I get a lot of pleasure making these things for people. So if you're interested in getting yourself one, yeah, take a screenshot of this right here. Got 10% off coupon code. That code works forever. And yeah, it's a pretty good looking ring. I think it came out nice. All right, guys, we'll catch you next time. Hope the rest of your day is awesome. Peace.